Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to PCM21. It's Stage Racer. We're on episode 51, and we have a trio of spring classics to bring to you today. First up is the Amstille Gold Race. This race, technically on paper, is a puncher's race. I think realistically, any sprinter with any amount of climbing has a real shot at winning this thing. So, for me, sprinters first. Punchers second, climbers not even on the radar at all. Team objective, not surprisingly, was to be in the breakaway for the majority of the day. Unfortunately, I was right at the back of the peloton when this thing started, and I tried to come forward as quickly as possible. I even used sneak to get forward as quickly as possible, but by the time I did reach the front, by the time I got into a position where I could do something, by that point the front six riders were long gone, nearly 2 minutes up the road, and I did make a half-hearted attempt to get off the front. I didn't even get 10 meters clear of the peloton as they instantly went full gas, which pretty much matched my half-hearted attempt at a sprint. And so I just sat up there. It just wasn't happening. And like 3 seconds later, they had a 2.5 minute gap. So it was what it was. It is what it is. Today, race day conditions, a +2. I've got a nice draw. And for that, I almost look like a puncher. But there are more than 10, well, minimum 10 competitors here that have an 80 or better hills rating. So even with a +4, I still do not look like a favorite for the top 10. And again, I said sprinters, then your hill climbers, your punchers, and then everybody else. So Baradur stands a better shot than a pure climber because the climbs are so short. So easy to just push for a second and be over it. You don't need to be much of a climber. But we are seeing an aggressive end here with 30k to go, and we have one rider off the front. We have 53 chasing. It's yo-yoing, but it does look like there's at least enough tempo in this that a lot of these riders are not going to come back, and right now is a big attack. Okay. We did not make it, and we're still somehow on follow, but we're not following. Pogacar's like way up here. I'm not following Pogacar. We need to start recovering our position entirely on our own. A nice strong climbing ability helping with that little bit of a hill we're on right there. But there is a gap just ahead of us as these groupings are taking shape and the splits are happening. 45 now chasing those 9, which I tried to follow and the game decided it wasn't for me, but it looks like we are bringing them back in. 19k. I need to sit up. I don't need to be pushing right now. That's a long ways to go. Wait for that little climb to come. We still have a gap. Okay, now we go. 85 rating. Mohoric blocks me off just a little bit. It's down to just 2 riders off the front now. Who was off the front has changed a little bit.
Only 15 kilometers left.
25 chasing this down. Tim Valens, Hoffman, Vendram doing the work. You can see that I'm getting pretty tired with 14.5k to go. This is high tempo, and a lot of it on the flat, and with such a poor flat rating, even though I have good stamina-ish, but great resistance today, doesn't matter as much because of the poor flat rating. I just can't keep up with these guys without digging really deep on the flat. 10k to go now, but at this point, I'm just looking to not get beat. And unfortunately, that front group does have themselves a nice little gap. And I don't think we're going to be pulling them back at this point. I mean, we pulled them back momentarily. Dropped a couple riders, and a couple bridged the gap, and then that was it.
Our rider has a flat tire. Let's hope he is helped out quickly.
This is the last hill of this race. Alves doing the chasing now. There you go. Swinging my way up the last hill, and Alves bridge it. Oh, wow. Things just split. Things just split. Not cool. Some of the guys bridged the gap. I'm on follow, right? Why am I riding harder than he is? 3.7k. It is together up front, but we're talking about a top 30, and I've got nothing in the tank with 2.5k to go. Arrow, sneak. Just trying to get as far forward with 1.5k so that when we sprint it out, I'm not dead last. Finish ahead of somebody. I don't have the energy to properly sprint. Vanderpool, the one rider who was clear, stayed clear from the 9. Rode it out himself, finished it off. It'll be a top 30. And I do beat a couple of guys. We finished just outside 26th. Alves gets 25th out of 30. My goal there at the end was not be last. Now, that was not my mountain rating. That was not my hills rating. That was not about my sprint. It was definitely not about my resistance. That was about a really poor flat rating. I should have been dropped way sooner than that. If I didn't have the race day condition that I had, I certainly would have. And we're into the later stages of Classic number 2, Flèche Wallonne. Field yo-yoing at the moment, but it's still mostly together, just a handful of riders out the back, but we are getting into the more intense climbs of this race. I will need to slow this down here fairly soon with 53k to go. We'll go times 4 speed right before this next climb. Meanwhile, my team suffering from that split as the peloton is definitely shrinking. Powers is gone. Jones, Delay are going to be gone. Camargo on a -3 is going to be gone quite soon. And then it's going to be just Alves and I. At the moment, 22 is the current makeup of the peloton. But again, still lots of yo-yoing. Unfortunately, as today is a much more well-suited day to my attributes than Amstille Gold was. This one, definitely a puncher's day. And climbing is a factor, though not incredibly important. I mean, puncher first, climber, relevant. At least it's relevant this time. It's not coming down to the flat rating like before, though flat rating can certainly be a thing on this one. This is definitely still not my profile. It's just better profile. But you can see I'm already pretty tired with 27k to go. That -1 race day condition certainly not helping. No bonus to stamina, no bonus to resistance. The fortunate thing about the -1 is the only attribute that's actually impacted is my downhill rating's got a -1. The only attribute that matters anyway. 28 left, chasing the front group. The front group is down to 6, +1 in no man's land. 3 climbs to go. 3 and a partial anyway. And again, the flat rating really hurting right now as my group just got split off. 7 riders going clear, but I just don't have the power to go with this at the moment. It's back together. 32 chasing 3, last 3 from the break. So that is not a group that is attacked off. We're down to 19 chasing 3. Alves is long gone, by the way. Okay, climb at my pace. 11k to go. 21 chasing 3. Pace is lifted a little bit. This is not good because those 3 are going to get a chance. All right, onto the climb. This is my little part. Get that little advantage by moving forward. That's Hershey, is it? Yeah, Hershey kind of blocking me off there, which is fine. Now we can sit up. We made it to the front. 21 chasing 3. Still in this thing. 1 rider attacking. That's Hater. 8k to go. Not much energy. I'm not going to get a terribly high finish, but I'm certainly in for a possible top 10 anyway. 6k to go. Some of it descending And then that last little climb, we're just going to have to go our pace and understand that we are not competing for a top 5, but we are competing to finish better than 20th, which is where I currently look to be as we set up the final climb. One more right-hander, and up we go. You know, I could actually go a little bit harder. 1.4K. $1K to go. I've definitely drifted towards the back, though, unfortunately. Last kilometer. Recovering position. 800 meters. Shockman has taken the win. Now we attack for the final. The last little bit. Looking for a top 10. I don't think it's going to be that high. It's not. It's not going to be that high, but it's going to be a top 15. Vanderpool will not go 2 for 2. He finishes 8th today. And Gil Martin just ahead of me in 13th. I get 14th. All punchers at the front. Bernal very much has both ratings. Yeah, all punchers at the front. Martin and I, Van Dienenbiel. There's your climbers, making up that next group. And to wrap up our trio, we go to Liège, Bastogne-Liège. Definitely the biggest of the three. Not by much over Flèche Wallonne, but certainly the biggest of the three. And with 100K to go, we still have a ways to go yet, but that was our one of our biggest climbs of the day that we just went over. And there's lots of undulation from here to the finish. Simon Jones not looking good on the day. He's such a poor climber. 58 mountains, 63 hills is his base. So he's really feeling this thing with 82K to go. Meanwhile, I have full team control today, and we want to utilize that to the best of our ability. So I'm going to set these guys up for the long haul. There you go. Jones, again, recovering a little bit, but he's not going to last much longer. We do need to get water again here soon, but after this next climb, we'll see if Jones is capable or whether I need to replace him, and that's going to be replace him. Delay is looking like the one to go take care of the water now. Ah, shoot. Field just split. Back together. But tasks have changed. So Delay, go get water. Powers is too tired. He's got nothing left. Delay is going to be there to protect me soon. Camargo or Camargo, protect me. Delay will protect Alves. Comes that bigger climb. We need that water. How's Delay doing on that task? He is way back here. About to enter that climb. Very low on energy. High heart rate already. I'd like to say he'll hang in there, but I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think he's going to succeed with this water task. He is not. It's going to be up to Camargo. Wait till Delay is dropped, and wait till we are near the top, because there's going to be splits. Okay, coming to the top. Get that water. Hand up. Hey, he's got it. He's on his way back. Plenty of descending to do here. He's not going to recover, but he'll get the water task taken care of. With 54K to go, that'll take care of us for the rest of the race. I'm going to be down to just Alves here soon enough. Camargo, can you find a little space here? Push. Already the descent is almost done, and he still hasn't come through. There you go. All right. Alves, hold my wheel, please. Thank you. Could also hold my beer, and I could do that. I've got this mode. While I am drifting back, but we are in conserve mode. I will recover. Okay, let's push a little bit harder. I want to be drifting back right now. I'd like to recover on the descent a little bit, get that heart rate down somewhat. Down to 83 in the peloton, by the way. 5 left at the front. They had about a 7-minute gap, but not anymore. Not anymore. Camargo doing his own thing, which is not good. Okay, we're seeing a big acceleration right now on the redoubt. 92 left. Attack not succeeding. And now we're looking at about 40 as more and more are getting dropped off the front. And Alves is still here. Alves, change your tactics. Now it's protect. 41 left in contention. Objective for the team, top 10 today. And unlike the other two, this one does give a climber a chance. It's still a puncher's day, but a climber has a chance. And that is why this time they've decided to support me. And Alves looks pretty damn good. He's actually a better puncher than I am today. He, with the +5, would have a better shot, but they don't know going into it that he's in such good condition. Wow, I can't believe how fast I just went back. Right from the front of the group to the back of the group, just like that. Jeez. Group splits twice. I'm in the middle group, and it's back together. 28 left in contention, now 27. Trying to recover the position. Alves still here, which is awesome. And we've got one rider off the front. Okay, set up. Alves do his job. I will ease off. Slow things down for one thing. And let's focus. 27 in contention. It's all regular contenders, and we are getting a little bit of recovery in. 2 climbs to go. Both shorter and punchier than the previous ones, which means not necessarily our thing. Here's how I want to play this one out. We're going to go like this, and we're going to go like this. Alves has a good flat rating. It's part of what's helping him out. He's got a good puncher's rating. He's going to do some damage to me, but I got to just hang in there. Right at the base of the climb, he comes forward, and he's going to lead me out through this thing, get me through this climb.
The riders are going through a very tough portion with percentages above 10%.
And we're seeing a few guys really push. Ooh, Alves getting blocked off by Godou, and the second wave of guys trying to go. And now we're down to 25. And you're seeing a lift in tempo by a lot of these guys. Now with 5K to go. Transcend, please. Transcend. There you go. Oh! Oh! Okay, luckily I came off of his wheel there. Alves crashing right before the end. 24 left in contention, 2K to go. Follow Godou at the moment. Save that little bit. There you go. Final kilometer.
And it's a swift acceleration by Maximilian Schachmann.
700 meters. .300 meters sprinted out. Not going to be a top 10 yet again. Just not my kind of profile. A few too many riders left at the end there. Not enough energy to sprint things out. If Alves was still there to lead me out, we might have finished a little bit higher. We do get 15th, so we get 2 straight top 15 performances right behind Gil Martin again. Schachmann cannot make it 2 from 3, but Matthew van der Poel can. Schachmann grabs 10th in this one. Van der Poel recovers after losing Flèche Wallonne and gets his double. He gets the Amstille Gold and Liège-Bastogne-Liège. Bernal second. Godou rounding out that podium. Again, that's all punchers. Your top 11, all punchers. Moss a little bit in between, first climber to finish, and we were right there with Martin again. The lack of a flat rating still a problem for me, and obviously not a sprinter either. I need a slog. I need that long, hard mountain climb. Otherwise, we just haven't been able to do much now that we are up against the World Tour guys. Continental guys, Continental Pro guys, we can get the job done in those scenarios. We don't get the job done very well here. But this is the Classic season. I'm not a Classics rider. The tours, the Grand Tours, are yet to come. We'll see what we can do in those scenarios, but it's going to be hard. I'm not going to have very many teammates around me. But we'll see what we can do. For now, that's going to be it for at least this trio of Classics. There's still some more Classics before we get into those Grand Tours, though. That's going to do it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.